The voters can see.
We hope the voters will give us an opportunity. Because we told everybody, if you are unhappy, you got two choices. You can be outside, feel unhappy, right? In 20 years time, you're still unhappy, right? And then in 20 years time, I will march order. If I want to campaign, impossible. Then the pace that you're running actually, really, I mean, I run, you know, and I'm not sure you guys realize it. I walk very fast, you know. I work very fast because in the hospital, I mean, we work very fast. And we tell people that even unhappy, and for me, if I remain in a hospital, heart hospital, I can only remain in heart hospital. Right? My choice, I can only do something that for your heart. You know, anything else, I cannot help you. Right? There are so many other needs in the process that over the last 10 years that I work in coaching, 13 years at the government, you realize all sorts of things that you're unable to do. You're unhappy about it. But then, you can feel a sense that you're unhappy. What I have done is, we already train a group of doctors, and train your successors and all those things. You always group people, you must always group people. Right? You always have one of the best facilities in the region. Right? So you have done whatever you need to, being responsible. You've done that, and the next stage is say, okay, yeah, I'm happy, but you still got opportunity to serve the country, to work serving the country. You take the risk. I mean, you take a risk. Just like I took the risk to come back to Malaysia 13 years ago, right? And I could be easily fit into an institution in Australia because I was in Australia for 17 years. That everything is no need to start from ground zero. You know, you just go in there, everything is there, the secretary is there, you know. But life is not doors. You know, you do doors, you are comfortable. If I stay back in Australia now, I make 2 million Australian. But will I be happy? No. Because why? It's just that you got money. So what? Life is not just, life must have meaning. And life must have meaning not just for yourself, but for your future generation and for all other people that you want to help. You know? And that's why I go everywhere. There are so many other people that come and speak to me. Just how I do door to door in Cannon Park, and one of the fathers said, oh, do you know my daughters now is she speaks highly of you. Yeah, because we give them inspiration. Because a lot of them in the past, right, they don't get this inspiration, so they said, serve the government hospital, I can't wait to run. And then if no one do the first step, right, it'll be 3 years, everybody is run. Right? And now we do the first step, at least they said, okay, someone show me how. Right? And this alternative to what we just unhappy and actually get something done and let the results. You know, I'm very confident that the Sarawak General Hospital Heart Center will continue to churn out good leaders because they will spend 10 years with me. They know how we have enough critical mass to turn many points. So come back to the general public. You can be just so frustrated that you're cynical about it, you know, and that you can continue to go down the same path, right? Or you say, hello, let's be rational, let's take the first step. You need courage to do that, right? Because this is uncharted territory, what I call blue ocean, right? Uncharted territory. Let's take the first step, and we think, right? We believe that these first steps, you know, and if you're passionate about it and you're sincere about it, and let things happen, and the action happens, and the actions is the real change. And so that's like I mean, 3 nights ago now, the Prime Minister came to Bintawan. You know, I go here, I go there, I look at what are the problems, and one morning that I went to Bintawan to see the fishermen get the fish up, and we got to distribute the bucket. And they bought, you know, just not enough space, right? And there's not enough space, and they all have to wait for the boat to move up and another boat coming. So I told them, is there any? Can we think? Is there any area that in Bintawan that you can ask everyone to help? You know what they said? All these are taken by politicians. They told me that. I said, are you sure? Any door that you can open, any other alternative. Don't be cynical about it. So what happened? I told them. Then I found out that the Mali police base is about to move. Right? So the Prime Minister was in Bintama Stadium, MK Stadium. So I told the Prime Minister, I showed him the drawing, and so I told him that I said, this Mali police base. So he did not promise. This Prime Minister, as a Prime Minister, he cannot simply promise that. So I showed him this Mali police base here, right? And this is a dry dock, and this is a big one. The fishermen's ones are so small because they are, and with time. So I told the Prime Minister, this will be in line with what your slogan, people's first performance now. Yeah. And so he said he'll consider, and did not say anything any further. And yesterday morning he called me, and I was so stunned because I did not know it's his Prime Minister phone call. No Prime Minister ever called me before. So he called me. I said, Professor Singh. I said, who is this? Dr. Sri? Which Dr. Sri? I mean, come on. I mean, there's so many Dr. Sri. I mean, he said, I'm the Prime Minister. Oh. and he said, okay, once the police move up, the wharf, which is very big, and the dry dock, because the fishing boat need to repair, will be used for the people. So I mean, I am so glad that I help them to start something for them. Yes.